pause the music. Using the car mount for the first time. I just picked up Haim and we are heading over. And the car we got, because I haven't even said yet, is the Kia EV9, the one we test drove in the vlog. Lots of opinions, but we'll let you know if it's shit.
Yeah,
we will literally, we'll be the test dummy for you guys, because yeah, it depends who you ask with electric vehicles, doesn't it? And this one's supposed to be good for like traveling long distance, so we will let you know. I'll keep you guys updated in the vlogs, and if you have any questions, let me know. But it's just the car we loved the most. It's as simple as that. We loved the way it drives, we loved the comfort, we like the look. It's probably not for everyone, but you know, so we're gonna go pick it up now. So the color we got is, what's it called?
Ivory silver.
Ivory silver. Sorry if the camera's like moving.
And gloss, because that's, you can get it.
Every time we go around a corner, it's like drifting.
Is it? What's happening? Oh.
I think it's tracking. Anyways, yeah, ivory silver gloss. It's basically like a white silver. We didn't want white because I have a white car already. We didn't want black because we just had a black Range Rover. It was between the iceberg silver, which it's a gloss. They have matte as well, but I just figured gloss. I feel like it's gonna look better for longer. I feel like matte will, if there's a chip, it'll be real obvious. I don't know, I could be wrong. That's just what I assume. And I just
iceberg silver.
Oh.
Or were you talking about iceberg green?
What's it called?
It's called ivory silver.
Ivory silver.
Sorry, I thought you were trying to talk about the other colour.
Yeah, so we were going between iceberg silver, no, ivory silver, or iceberg green.
I think it's iceberg, isn't it?
I think so. And I know that sounds gross, like a green car, but no, it was like, it's a very like pale, if you guys have seen green Kia cars, it's not the same as the ones you've probably seen, because there's like another car that has like a green that's a really nice green, but it's similar to that, so it's like a grey almost.
It's like a grey-green.
Grey-green, yeah, it was between those two, but we went silver, and it's actually got like a little bit of a gold reflect to it, which is kind of cool. So hopefully we like it, and we got it all blacked out, like in terms of like the chrome, we got blacked out because we just like that look. So
if you're in Aussie, there's Pebble, I think there's like Pebble Grey, and that's another good colour.
Yeah.
But you can't get that in New Zealand.
Can't get it here, of course, because New Zealand never gets everything. So we bought this one, and we got it on, like they've got a deal on at the moment. I'm not sponsored, clearly. Hopefully we'll have it for years and years, just like we did with the Rangy. And hopefully we love it, and if we don't, I'll let you know. Fingers crossed we love it. But yeah, they do have a deal on at the moment to move stock, because they've got that much stock up in Auckland just sitting in like storage, so they're trying to like sell heaps of them at the moment.
Probably because EVs aren't popular either.
EVs aren't popular and it's expensive, and I just feel like cars in general have gone up so much in price, like even for like, you know, cheap brands, like they're really not. This guy's literally, look at him, he's reversing and now the person in the wheelchair can't get past. Use your literal brain.
Yeah, he's panicking. That's all good.
Just stay there.
He moved.
There's a car in front of us that's just like driven into the middle of the intersection on a red light, and then someone with a wheelchair was trying to get past and they were reversing into like where the pedestrian crossing is. Drivers, eh?
You need to put fuel in this.
Do I?
It's getting low.
200 Ks?
Oh, Sam. Well, I mean, it's getting low.
200 K. Hey,
Don't,
panicking.
yeah, it's because I went into Reese's car.
Yeah, a couple of times in Reese's car, he let it get on, like the fuel light came on, and he's
no,
like, oh.
I let it get the fuel light on, and I didn't know the fuel light was on,
Yeah.
and I was just driving around like,
You're
oh
just
yeah,
chilling.
may run out of gas, may not, we'll see. You told me it was on, I was like,
yeah, and we're getting an electric car, so wish us luck.
no,
Hey,
there
it's
was
just
no,
gonna run it,
there
it's
was
just
no
gonna turn off.
screen. There's no screen on Reese's.
I know.
And I
This
was
car
like,
like blings at you, and like our Range Rover would like, every time you turn it on, it's like, put fuel in the car.
yeah, it's got
Whereas like Reese's car didn't do that, so we kind of like didn't realise. And I was like, hey, is that your fuel light on? And he's like,
tried to not let the Range Rover fuel get low, because when it's low and I fill it up, it's like
200 and friggin'
that's
30.
too much money. So I just
So
I
expensive.
would just try and like fill it up to just mentally deal with it.
Makes it seem like it's cheaper when it's not.
It's not at all.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, fingers crossed we love it. I mean, we loved the drive. We've done that much research on, I mean, how long have we been car hunting for? It must be like 8 months or something now.
Ages.
A long time. Because we knew it was coming up, and then we were like committing, we're like, yeah, we're gonna get a new car. But then we were like, okay, now what do we get? And then we were like selling the Ranger. We're like, this could take ages, it could take months, but it was actually not, it didn't take long. And then we couldn't figure out what we wanted, and then lots of cars aren't like landing in New Zealand for a long time, so at least this one was like up in Auckland, ready to go. We didn't have to wait till like October or whatever it was, and then some of them were next year.
Didn't we toss up between that? There was that Land Cruiser by Toyota, but it wasn't.
That was like next year. That was like next May or something.
Yeah, it was ages. And then there was a couple of utes we looked at, like
oh,
a Ranger.
I liked my other favourite was the Santa Fe.
And that, yeah, but that wasn't out yet.
No, that's not out yet.
I think it's out
soon.
now.
Yeah.
Like it's coming out like this month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have been happy with either of those, I reckon. So we also got the charger installed in the garage, and I'll get Hamish to talk all about that because we actually got one way cheaper, and we've installed one at this house and then in Papamoa as well. But like what they tell you about the fast charging and stuff doesn't apply to houses because you can't actually get that much power output, to put it simply.
Biggest scam.
Yeah, but I'll get Hamish to vlog all about that later, and he can show you and explain it in case you're interested or curious, or if you know someone that's like looking into this as well, you can just show them this vlog and like see what research we've found. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you at the car dealership. What's this mount like, by the way? Is it good or is this bumpy? I don't know. This car is a sports car. It's very close to the ground, so it's very bumpy, like to drive in. So I'm not sure if you guys are getting the same sensation. Hopefully it's quite smooth. Alright, it's filming. Oh yeah, looks good.
I love the colour. Love it.
Yeah, looks awesome, thank you. I don't love the mags, but it's what they come with. We can change them later if we want. They're supposed to be like good for EVs, like they resist the wind and stuff. I don't know, whatever. They're actually not too bad with all the blacked out stuff. Hello. I definitely like the silver. I think it looks really cool. I've never had a silver car. The guy that sells the Jeeps just came over and was like, I remember you coming here years ago looking at the Jeeps. I was like, oh snap, and we got a photo together, and he showed me the photo. So how funny is that? It's very full circle. Boot space. Those seats fold up too for 2 extra seats in the back. Nice seats.
Don't like being in your showroom.
But yeah, you've got a very, very nice car.
I love the charging. Wireless charging pads.
Boom, crash it straight away. Don't
Please no. Oh, where's this guy going? It's a like final destination truck. Oh yeah, old mate, just not looking.
It's a nice, like...
He wouldn't have heard you coming.
No.
Because it's EV.
You can turn on different things on it. Man, it's sick cars. Do you want me to go for a tiny drive?
Yeah.
Do you feel that? Did you feel how heavy that was braking?
No.
Feel this? Feel that?
Yeah.
That's that eye braking thing.
Okay.
So I can turn it off, see if I...
We're gonna go get some lunch, so Hamish is gonna have to park this beast for the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not longer than the Ute anyway, so you'll be fine, but it just feels like it's bigger because it's more like bulk, you know? What are you getting blinging at?
Nah, that was me. I pushed something I shouldn't have.
So what is that saying? Like 48 minutes for something. What does that mean?
I don't know actually.
There's heaps of statistics.
It says after charging. I don't know. That's weird.
Is that how long the car's been on for, maybe?
No, it hasn't been on that long though.
Well, we've been sitting in it talking for ages. So it could be.
Oh, maybe it will.
Yeah, maybe that's how long we've like used it since the last charge.
Oh, time of trip maybe.
No, I reckon that might just be since the last charge.
Oh yeah,
You've travelled 3.2 k's.
True.
The car's been on for 49 minutes. We were just sitting there like going over all the settings, and that's the fuel consumption, I suppose. So 36 kilowatt per 100 kilometers, is it? Well, there you go. And it's like giving you a little guideline of how much boost to give the car there, I think. So apparently we've got 449 kilometers left on this charge as well. And we're on 96%.
Did you show them these side cameras?
Yeah, in that last video we did.
They're out the gate, eh?
Feels good so far. It's so quiet. Anyways, I want to listen to some music and just chat to him, so I'll chat to you guys in the vlog soon. One more thing. This is what the key looks like, and it's got like things so you can move the car back and forth without getting in it, like if you're in a tight car park or whatever. I don't trust that shit. Opening up the boot. I don't know, it looks like concretey texture.
It's cool though, eh? It does
Yeah,
look nice.
I thought it was like suede at first, like it looks like suede, but it's wipeable, which is good, because hello, makeup. Lots of fast, we'll have to get like a fast charger for in this car. Oh no, you've got this anyways, but yeah. Cool. And there's lots of storage around the place too, like look, down here there's storage. Anyways, chat soon. Oh my god, I'm so full. We just got sushi and ramen. Yes, both. And I am so full. Of course it starts pissing down while I'm doing a friggin' first impression. So we just went for a drive in the car and took Hamish's parents for a quick whiz. They were home, they weren't at work, so we took them for a whiz around the block, and they think it's so cool. They loved the colour of the car. Everything seems really cool so far. So Hamish is heading back into work. He's got to pick up Port in a couple hours, so he's just going back to work. He's gonna play around with the settings, make sure his seat's all like, you know, set up to his settings and all of that kind of thing. Feels so full, like too full. I was starving because I hadn't eaten all day, so I got sushi and I got a ramen, and I literally had like a third of the ramen, and I feel like I'm going to die. It was so yum. We went to Wabi, I don't even know if I said that before, we went to Wabi Sabi, which is like one of our favourite restaurants in Palme. So I'm just going to head home, film an update for this first impression, do a little bit of work, do a little bit of chilling before Port gets home, because when I tell you that he is tantruming, wow, those bottom molars are still coming through. They look gnarly. Don't you love it when you're waiting at a roundabout for someone and they're like just sitting there, and I'm like, well, do you want me to go? But then they just start indicating that they're going to turn, and you're like, cool, so I just sit here looking like a dick. Maybe I'm the problem, because I swear to God, everywhere I go I encounter bad drivers, but maybe I'm the bad driver. In all seriousness, I feel like I'm actually a pretty good driver. Got driving lessons. No one wanted to teach me how to drive. Very well, thorough, blah blah blah. Drove around for a few years and then moved to Auckland and really had to just like, you know, dive on into that busy traffic lifestyle. And now I feel like in Palmerston North, where I live now, the traffic's gotten so much worse over the past few years. Like, I think our population's grown a little bit, and yeah, there's like just so many more cars on the road than I remember when I was a teenager. But I think that moving to Auckland made me a much better driver, because it was really stressful driving in Auckland for a bit there. Like, I remember buying my first car that I paid for myself, which was my Mazda 2. I remember picking it up, and it was in a different suburb, so I had to go on the motorway, and like Hamish wasn't there to help me. I picked it up and I drove it home, and it was my first time driving on the motorway, and I just had to commit, and I was terrified. I loved that car. Like, I loved it. What happened? I ended up giving it to my nanny and granddad for a bit, because I did a sponsorship with, what brand was it? It was a car sponsorship, but I ended up giving them the car back. Like, the only reason I did the sponsorship was because I was like, cool, now I can give my nan and granddad my car, because their car was like old and had all these issues, and I was like, cool, I can give my nan and granddad on my mum's side, they've passed away now, but I had a very, very close relationship with them, and yeah, I just wanted to help them out, you know. Their car was like guzzling gas and all this, and my Mazda 2 was really efficient. It was such a great car, so I was like, cool, they can use it. But then the car that I got a sponsorship with, it made Louis car sick, and I was like, I can't drive this. Real random, I know, but apparently it was a thing. And so I was just like, oh, thank you, I'll just give it back now. Like, I wasn't being paid or anything like that, so I just gave it back to them, and then I bought Nana and Granddad a different car instead, and then we had the Mazda 2 for quite a while until we ended up getting the Range Rover. I think we ended up selling it. Before that, I had a Escort, a 1969 Ford Escort. It was like a classic car. And before that, I had a Honda Accord, and it was lime green, like imagine Kermit the Frog. Sometimes if you go through the drive-thrus at, is it KFC or Rangatiki Street, there's like a green stripe, well, there used to be a green stripe, and that was where I scraped the front of my car in the drive-through when I just got my license when I was like 16. Throwback. But yeah, my dad painted it for me. He goes, Shan, I was like 15 at the time, and he's like, it was like this piece of crap car, like true piece of crap car, like true like didn't even have like any power steering or anything. It was so old. I can't remember what year it was. And my dad goes, because he's a panel beater painter, he goes, what colour do you want to paint your car? And first of all I was like, oh, hot pink with like pearl shimmer. And then I was like, actually no, let's do bright green. I don't know why, I don't know what I was thinking, but I loved it. I don't even think I have any photos of it, which is a shame. Hopefully my parents have a photo somewhere, but I definitely don't. After that was my Ford Escort. It had a personalised plate and everything, and it was mint. My dad restored it, and it was such a cool car. It sounded like a rotor because it was like so old. It was like like a drive around. It was so loud. I love classic cars, but I have to tell you, as soon as I got that Mazda, I was like, wow, this is so much better, because with the Escort, whenever it was cold, I'd be like, when I went to uni, I'd be like waiting outside of uni, sitting in my car waiting for all the like, you know, all the windows to defog. It would take like 20 minutes for the whole car to defog. Yeah, and I used to always flood the engine. One time I broke down in an intersection. I had to get pushed out, like nightmare fuel. I remember one time the like friggin' door just opened. Modern cars, yeah, I'm in my modern car phase now. I do like, you know, the bells and whistles and the comfort and reliability. But I love that. I love my little car journey. Then we've had the Porsche, we've had the Ranger, and now we are on to the Kia. I'm driving the Porsche right now. I love this car. Sometimes I'm like, I need to get rid of it and get something that I can like fit port in, but at the same time I love that this car is my, like, I love this car. Cars like this don't devalue as much, and I don't drive it very often. I mean, I don't really have to ever drive. The only times I'm driving is if I'm like picking up or dropping off Hamish somewhere, or if I am going to a nail or hair appointment like every 3 weeks or 4 weeks. And I bought this car way too scared to tell anyone on YouTube. I don't even think I ever told people on YouTube really. Like, I just kind of soft launched it a few times like years later, because I was so scared people would like hate me. But I have to say, I was so truly proud of myself when I got this car. Like, this wasn't even a dream of mine. It was so far-fetched and so far off what I ever thought I would ever be able to achieve. I did not think it was realistic. Even like this would have been like if I won lotto. Like, just my life in general, my home, like even just like how much I love like Porter. Like, I just can't believe all of it's happened the way it has. Every day I just feel so lucky and so blessed. And you know, I know sometimes I complain and stuff, but life isn't perfect. I don't think anyone's life is actually truly perfect, but when it all boils down to it, I am so happy with my life. And yes, things go wrong. There's stuff in life that you can't always control. Everyone is dealing with that. Like, everyone deals with, you know, stuff. There's always unforeseen things. There's always outside influences. People are always going to change. People are always going to backstab. People are always going to be people. There's always going to be good. There's always going to be bad in life. But when it boils down to it, I'm so blessed and so thankful, and just like, I am happy. Like, I'm very grateful for the life I have, and you guys have so much to do with that. So I thank you all. I'm getting a bit emotional. You know, for anyone that's supported me over the years, like, I appreciate you. I just love being able to be myself. You know, this is my job. I just get to be who I am, and I get to bring you guys along for the journey, and that's pretty freaking awesome. And I'm just a little girl, even though I'm like 32 now. I started off just a little girl from Palmerston North, came back to Palmy, and it's just home. Anyways, I need to go do some work. Love you guys. I know this lighting looks awful, horrendous. Hold on. I need to put my new key on my key ring. I need to pull in all this washing too. There's some towels drying in here. Also, can I just tell you guys a friendly reminder that if, oh my god, I was wondering why he was looking so guilty. Friendly reminder that if, I don't know if this is going to resonate with anyone, but if you are wanting to do anything in your life and you're worried about outside influences, you're worried about people calling you silly, you're worried about failing, like, literally, who cares? You don't know what's going to happen. I'm walking living proof that you can do some of the weirdest things, weird being for me social media, YouTube. Like, back when I started, that was strange as, like, it's worth trying things. You don't know where they'll go. Don't be afraid of failure. I have failed at a ton of things, but I also think I've succeeded in a ton of things too. So just your friendly reminder to just, if you have like a certain dream or a goal, give it a shot. Port's home now. Hamish has been shuffling around the garage to see where we should put the new car because the charge cable can't fit. Like our Range Rover used to be on the right side, but basically, sorry, I know you can't see me right now. Hold on. Yeah, the Range Rover used to be on the right side, but the charger's on the left side. It has to be because that's where like the power mains or whatever are. And yeah, and then the other car was on the left, but now we're going to have the bigger car on the left, smaller car on the right, which is the way to get out to the road is a little bit awkward. So we're going to test it for a few weeks, see if we can adjust, and if not, we'll buy a longer, like you just get a longer cable, but obviously it's going to be a few $100s to buy that, so we'll try to make it work. Oh. Lime. Jalapenos. I was meant to mash the avocado before I put the other stuff in, but that's right. This here is the Cully's hollandaise sauce I'm going to heat up in the microwave. I usually do like 2 bursts of like 15 seconds, and their hot sauce is amazing on eggs too. This needs salt and pepper. Yum. I just cook these in olive oil and seasonings until they get nice and like goopy. So you don't want bacon?
No bacon.
Not much of a bacon person, but this needs to be used up. Do you want 2 eggs? Hamish is gonna have this because we know I don't like that.
What a friggin'
Pissing.
and it's always going nuts now.
Probably didn't put too much sauce. This is it here. It's so good. I've already got salt and pepper on the tomatoes, so just go easy.